Hey, how's it going? Today is 11th of January, Thursday. We are taking a look at the market and what kind of opportunities are available out there. Within a number of videos, I'm going to be taking a look at embassies and how I can potentially source professionals if they are interested in coming to UK and what's the process and perhaps how to do that and I will be compliant. Perhaps there's a lot of laws and everything that's happening. Right? Myself, I'm not professional with understanding all the changes with the most recent laws coming into effect with everything what's happening in the world, right? And how traveling might be hard. Perhaps people might need to isolate themselves or sometime. All those details. I don't know all those details. I'm taking I'm sharing my experience, I guess, as I go along. It's kind of different, kind of, I guess, compared to people who would share how to. It's not how to. It's not. Let's forget. We are taking a look. So we have covered Taiwan in a previous video, and now let's take a look at different places. Perhaps Hong Kong. Let's delve a little bit deeper and trying to understand what would the process of perhaps even if the people are been trying to visit UK and if they're interested in some work, great. We're coming from industry perspective and I'm reaching out to perhaps Hong Kong and what is the process. We'll begin at a government's website, right? That would be foreign travel advice, and that would be Hong Kong. So that would be entry point, right? So it's something myself I'm looking to understand. Perhaps at some point, perhaps travel, perhaps great place. I don't know. I haven't been that yet. Well, I'm looking to understand how I can engage with the team, find the point of contact, and this person would ask me a lot of questions. Once I already chatted, so I need to say something to this person, right? The person will ask me a bunch of questions, right? Let's progress to Bristol City strategy and some of the issues outlined within Bristol City Council by the mayor, right? So it's not myself coming up with the problems; it's the mayor who said it. uh, then taking a look at Bristol City outline strategy, perhaps the people there might know all the issues, all the problems, right? Everything what's happening within the area, right? So I don't need to come up with new things, right? Other than existing ones. If I could, if myself or others can address existing problems, more businesses can find the solutions to existing problems. If that makes sense, right? So we can take a look at something that we were taking a look at. Bristol has world-class aerospace. Great. Key universities. Great. Perhaps we can engage with those universities. I covered that already. And from there, we can progress to some of the existing problems that will be long-standing inequalities in health life expectancy, a growing population, scheduled to grow by almost 100,000 residents by 2050, more than 15,000 people on a waiting list for housing, and over 70,000 of our residents living in areas that are among the 10% most deprived in England. That's a problem. Perhaps we can, if the person from embassy would ask me any question, so why and what, we're gonna take a look at the existing problem and we're gonna reach out to Hong Kong and we will try to address this problem and see how we can progress. I'm gonna be taking a look at that might be a different website, right? And that travel advice government's website would lead me into a different website, right? Where I'm most likely, I think the structure might be very similar, if not the same. I think there would be set numbers by the government, right? How many people can enter from different governments. But there might be some guidelines. Again, I don't know all the details. Right? But let's say it's 1,000 people who can come in from Hong Kong, right? So if that's the case, 5,000 perhaps, 10,000. If you ask me 1 million, I don't know the only deal. I don't know. Let's say 1,000, right? So it would be perhaps or 100. So it would be percentage wise, right? So 1,000, perhaps it's gonna be 1,000, right? So how I can reach out to this organization and what was the process from industry's perspective, right? Where industry can take part in perhaps giving opportunities for people if they were interested in doing something. There might be some opportunities there. So if they were entering, can put things together where we perhaps we were to be taking a look at addressing housing within Bristol. If those people can be interested in taking part and helping myself or other businesses addressing similar problems, great. That's the only thing for myself be interested in finding out. Most likely, I would need to reach out to find a point of contact within the embassy, or perhaps there's a different government there. Perhaps it's a private company, right? From there, they might ask a lot of paperwork to fill in, and from there, perhaps that would be the overall process how myself would be engaging with immigration services, so they could, if they were to come in. Otherwise, I think already within the cities, already people what they are doing, there's already businesses there. They're already busy with doing whatever they're doing. So I'm looking to understand what the process and perhaps giving opportunities to different people. Perhaps that would be some advantages, I guess. A very skilled professional might be interested in coming into UK. Great, perfect. I had a chance to speak with one lady from Hong Kong, and she said the structure of the warehouse she's approaching every single day is way different there. So they, on top of the ball, they have schedule, very strict schedules, and they on top of things. This is what I've been told by her. She said it was way too much for her. It's a very stressful environment, I guess, and she decided to move to UK, where it's a less stressful environment. I don't know if it's true or it's not. That's all my feedback, right? Myself, I'm interested in meeting more of those people and how they would structure and approach different projects when it comes to accomplishing their targets. So I think that would be a kind of interesting experience for everyone involved when it comes to structuring. Perhaps I've been told that it's a very stressful environment. Perhaps when it comes to organizing, perhaps it would be a way better of doing it things than very well organized things, right? But that's all my feedback. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, Game Strategy. Within this book, I'm taking a look at, looking to share some of the concepts when it comes to business and how to understand it. Within this book, I would break the process in a very simple manner where I would begin every chapter very slowly and I would progress, making it more and more difficult as I go along, hopefully, so many readers would understand or some of those concepts that I'm referring to. Uh, and hopefully, I would be able to share this book with as many people as I can when it comes to understanding about the business so more people would succeed. Statistically speaking, it's a very hard thing to do. Perhaps it shouldn't be. Perhaps there should be a lot easier, and or perhaps perhaps addressing that, giving more tools out there. That would be just one of those ways. You can find it QR code in the corner company's website below. Just to close this video on perhaps to say the least, there might be some information on this government's website, right? There seems that this website was updated not long ago. Perhaps there might be some energy there, active people who are working on top of things, right? We take a look at human resources that perhaps, by the way, I have visited a number of websites in Asia. Sometimes it's very hard to navigate through those websites. It's very easy to navigate this particular website. So perhaps there's since we're talking about different culture, language, so there's a lot of barriers there. So I myself, I'm looking to reduce, if I can, all these barriers and how to do a business together. Hopefully, that would be just the starting, I guess, block where to begin building those relationships, right? And we can potentially take a look at recruitment, perhaps you yourself, if somebody that you interested, perhaps posted job vacancies on this organization stuff. So I don't know the process of hiring anyone, or perhaps there's some additional process that you yourself will need to take. So I haven't done it yet. So first, I need to understand it. Perhaps as I'm going along, I'll perhaps touch on that as I go along, right? But that would be perhaps overall qualification frameworks or occupational health and safety are very important areas to address, right? And from there, once everyone has necessary qualifications, all approvals, license, if there is any, from there, the pilots progress into hiring people, right? Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.